Hi again, it's my next video for It Takes a Village to Raise a Tarantula. This topic I'm going to be on the feeders, dubia, and superworms. These are my two dubia breeding cages. I use two of them so I can breed in one and feed out of the other until I get the population down, and then I swap. If you disturb the dubia, they don't breed for a while, so you don't want to be feeding out of the one you're trying to raise the population. It's my dog Harley. She's here to help make the video. They're covered in newspaper because if you put them in totes, you don't have to do this, but they need to be in the dark so they feel secure and breed quicker. But these are aquariums, so I've covered them in newspaper to keep it dark inside. I like the aquariums because they can't climb up it. The totes, you kind of need to put a plastic or a tape around the tops to keep the babies. The babies can grip better than the adults can, and so this way I don't have a problem with it, especially because I'm keeping them inside the house. I had them in the garage and they breed really well in the garage because it was like 90 degrees, but it's starting to get fall here and temperature's lowering, so I need to bring them inside the house. I got heat pads on the bottom of these cages, and then I got a heater you see here. This room that I'm working on, give you a pan around. I'm building this room right now. This is going to be my spider room. I just got it framed in, so I need to put drywall and finish it, and then I can just use this heater and heat the whole room up, keep the room a nice warm temperature. But I got heat pads right now on the bottom of these cages. So what I've got, give you a show. I have to use my flashlight because it's kind of dark, but got the egg crates, some cardboard, both sides. Water crystals I buy at Lowe's or Home Depot in their plant section. You can get them for like, I don't know, it's like $7, and it creates like 50 gallons of it. I mean, I swear it's huge. It goes forever. So I don't get it at pet stores. It lasts so much longer. I got a dish in there that I've ground up cat food and fish flakes, and you can see some of the cat food I sprinkled on the bottom. I added this stuff on the bottom because if you don't have enough protein in there, the adults will eat the babies. So you want to make sure they get enough food. I put a lot of fruits, cantaloupes, oranges they love, carrots and celery. Right now I've got, sorry about the movement, but I got probably 150, dark for a minute so I can move these. Sorry about the focusing here, but probably got 150 in this one right now. You can see them all in there. You want to have about one adult male to 10 adult females. So if you start getting a lot of adult males, they're good to feed to the tarantulas. You want to keep the male to female population down. This is my other one. This is the one right now that I'm now breeding with, so I'm not going to disturb it. I can get it to focus. Sorry about that. So you can see all the crates. So both sides, same setup in the bottom. I don't have any vegetables or anything in there right now. I just pulled out all the oranges and stuff. When you start seeing them mildew and mold, you need to get them out of there because it'll kill the dubia population. But like I said, you don't want to disturb the ones you're wanting to breed. These ones I can because these are the ones I'm feeding my teas with and the lizards in the house. So they do pretty good. They do better in the warmer temperatures. You want to keep it above 80 and between like 80 and 90, 95 right in there, and they breed like crazy. They do really good, and in the dark and not being disturbed. Being disturbed's the big one. And then also I got over here my superworms that I'm getting ready to breed. What I do is I take these containers. You can get them like Walmart for like $4, like in the fishing department, and you open one of these up. So in each individual thing you put the superworm in them. Some of these, like this, that's pupated already. That one's pupated. You can see that one's actually in between a beetle. Beetle's starting to show on that one. See that? That was a pupate yesterday, checked on them yesterday. So got a beetle forming out of that one, which is what we want. I dated up my container. That's my first beetle out of this group. So let's see, 820 is when I put it in, and so it's been in there about a month. I'm starting to get beetles. They start pupating within 2 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks. They start pupating, and then another week or two, and then there's the first beetle. So I just stack these up. You know, there's a few of them there. Once that beetle's good and black, it needs to be black. I got a little bit of all that stuff you see in there is oatmeal for them to feed off of. It'll probably eat its pupate shedding once it's done. Then once they're good and black, they come in this container here. All that is ground up oatmeal that I put in there, and some egg crates. And you want to put like pieces of potato or celery, something for them to get moisture. You don't need to add water or anything like that. They'll get the moisture out of the vegetable. You put them in there until those beetles die, and they'll breed in there, lay their eggs in that oatmeal, and eat off that oatmeal. Once they die, you clean out all the beetles and the egg crates, put the lid back on it, and wait for superworms to come. Once you got the superworms, you start the whole thing over again. Take some superworms, put a few of them, feed off what you want. Start filling up the fishing boxes. These are ready to go, waiting for superworms, and keep the cycle going. So once I get some beetles in there, I'll show you them inside there breeding right now. That one's waiting for them, and we'll do an update on those a little later. So I do crickets too. I don't breed the crickets, so I buy them. I got some tarantulas that just won't eat. They eat a certain thing. They won't eat the dubia. I got a couple of them that just will refuse to eat the dubia. They'll kill it, but they won't eat it. So, but they like superworms, and some of them just like crickets. That's all they want to eat is crickets. And I got a lot of juveniles and slings that I need the pinheads. So I buy the crickets, but I don't breed them because they stink. I started doing it, but they really are smelly. So maybe once I get this room completed, I may start doing some crickets too. But I don't want it to stink up the whole house. So there's my setup. It seems to work pretty good. It's cutting back my costs and feeding all the animals, especially the lizards. The lizards will go through, but they love the dubia. The dubia are great for those. We got some bearded dragons in the house that we're breeding, and they love the dubia. Go crazy for it. So that's kind of my setup. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.